Kia ora, and welcome to Walking the Shadowlands podcast. Let me be your guide as we take a walk into the shadowy realms of the unexplained, of the paranormal, of things that go bump in the night and haunt your dreams.
Your hosts?
I'm Marianne. Thanks so much for joining us today, tonight, whatever time it is, wherever you're living in this beautiful world of ours. Sit back, relax, and let me be your guide as we walk into the Shadowlands together and see what awaits us there. Hi everyone, I just want to take a minute to speak to you all about the current pandemic this world is dealing with. Even though we're very geographically isolated here in New Zealand, we're not immune from the effects now or to come in the future. I know that many of you, my listeners, are currently in lockdown or isolated in your homes for one reason or another, and often with no choice. My podcast is heard by listeners all around the world. In fact, only 17% of my listener base is here in my homeland of New Zealand. And a large percentage of you all are in countries currently in lockdown: Italy, France, Spain, to name a few, with, I suspect, many more to follow. Being in lockdown can be very isolating for some and a very scary time for many of you. Many of you have lost loved ones to this virus, and many more possibly will. This is a devastating time for people of this world, no doubt. It's a time of mourning and reflection, isolation and hardship for many of you all out there. This is our reality as it currently stands at this point in time. Many of us, particularly those who are very sensitive to energies ordinarily, are finding this very difficult as we are hit with wave after wave of emotions that do not belong to us, but come from the energies being released from people worldwide. Even those people who do not recognize that they feel energies are being affected in one way or another, even if it's merely feeling fear or anxiety, given the current situation and from what has been fed through the world's medias, on screen, in print, and on the air. The ripples of energy that this event has on the planet are immense and ongoing, and will forever alter the way we as humanity work together, the way that we come together to support one another. Patience, understanding, compassion and love, and listening hearts, especially, these are going to be needed in upcoming times. Please extend this awareness to those around you in your greater community if you're still able to be out and about in your country, wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. Be aware that people may be acting in ways that are totally out of character for them because they don't know how to or are unable to express themselves in any other way. Times like this can bring out the very worst in some and the very best in others. How we react to any situation is always entirely our choice. We may not be able to control what is happening around us, but we do have the choice in how we react or respond. Check on the elderly and single parents in your neighbourhood, remembering to keep your and their personal safety in mind. At least call them on the phone, offer to get them groceries or mow their lawn, or simply listen to them. Listen from your heart. Now, more than ever, we need to start working together with one heart and compassion and love for each other. Humanity as a whole has always been a very resilient species. We've been through tough times before, and we will also get through this. I really believe that we will come out of this pandemic with a greater closeness within communities, a greater sense of community, a greater appreciation for everything that we have than before this. I feel that many people during these times will find aspects of themselves they never knew before that they will like or even love. Some will deal with their shadow selves during times of introspection and will come out of it the stronger for it. Even though this is a very scary and isolating time, there are wonderful things coming out of this, and we must not get so caught up in the anxious uncertainty of it all that we cannot see the beautiful and loving things that are coming out of this situation. In those countries that are in lockdown, people are coming together on their balconies, singing, doing exercise, being a community, and supporting one another in ways that previously may have never been considered, making beautiful music together. Instagram's full of posts showing this. YouTube has many also. Not only that, but there are reports from China of how people can now hear birds singing in cities where previously they could not. They can see blue skies because there's no longer the pollution affecting them. In Venice, the canals are clear and fish can be seen swimming in them once again after many decades. Wild pigs have been seen in the plaza, so beautiful things are coming out of this. You merely have to look for them, and sometimes that's hard when you're in the middle of it all. And finally, a word of kudos to all those selfless nursing and medical personnel working on the front line of this epidemic. Not only them, but the emergency responders, ambulance, police, firemen, the truck and train drivers, supermarket workers, the rubbish removal teams. All these people are heroes. All these people are doing what they can to help. Every single one of them has loved ones, but still they work for us to ensure we have what we need. They're all heroes in my eyes. To all my listeners, I want you to know how much I appreciate and have come to love you all. Thank you for listening to my episodes, and especially to my Patreon supporters who financially help support me with the running costs of this show. I'm so grateful to you all. I would not financially be able to sustain this show without your assistance. Please, everyone, take good care of yourselves and your neighbours, especially the elderly, those who live alone, or single parents who absolutely all may be struggling at this time. Be aware of your hand washing. Wash your hands as soon as you get home. Leave your outdoor shoes in the back doorstep. Wash your hands before you eat. Soap and water is by far and away our best defence to remaining healthy during these times. Washing your hands. Be patient and kind with yourself and with those around you. And I'll see you in our next episode. Thank you so much for listening today, tonight, whatever time it is, wherever you're living in this beautiful world of ours. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks for listening.